Just like I promised in the last time we did this video for the Black Ops games, I said I was going to do it for the Modern Warfare games. So today I'm going to be ranking every single Modern Warfare game, and I was going to include Ghost and Infinite Warfare, but then I realized that it doesn't really fit in with the theme of Modern Warfare games. So I'm quite literally only going to be ranking the Modern Warfare games, which goes as follows: COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare Remastered. I am keeping MWR and COD 4 separate, and you'll see why in a second when I make it to those games. Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered and Modern Warfare 2019. I'm going to be ranking these, comparing them to other Modern Warfare games. So just like the last episode with the Black Ops games, these rankings will be in a overall Modern Warfare sense. So comparing them to every single Modern Warfare game in history, that's where these will end up. And of course, I did forget to mention that after we do this Modern Warfare one, the next one we will do next week, we'll be ranking every single Call of Duty game in history, including the Black Ops, Modern Warfare, Sledgehammer games, just all of them since COD 4. I won't include COD Mobile or COD Online in that video. But anyway, let's start off here with COD 4. Now, COD 4 for me is a weird one, especially with the Modern Warfare Remastered one. When COD 4 was the current COD, I played it, but I didn't play it that much, and I had fun. And since I've gone back to play it, I've actually quite enjoyed it. But in a Modern Warfare sense, I'm throwing it in A tier. I think A tier is a solid place to put it on the start. And of course, after I rank every single game, I could make some changes depending on how it looks at the end. But COD 4 was a good COD. It's Call of Duty today wouldn't be where it is with COD 4. COD 4 was the first Modern Warfare game and what set the precedent for Modern Warfare games and just Call of Duty in general. We wouldn't have games like Black Ops 2 or Modern Warfare 2 if it wasn't for COD 4. So because of that, I'm going to throw it in A tier. Now, I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it. I didn't grind it as much as a lot of people did back then, just because I wasn't really playing video games much of the time anyway. But it's definitely, out of every COD I've played, it's definitely A tier for the Modern Warfare game. The next Modern Warfare in line is Modern Warfare 2, and this is going to surprise some people. I'm also going to throw it in A tier. Now, I know the community loves this game, and it's one of the best CODs of all time. I just wasn't a huge fan of it. I loved playing the game, and it's definitely one of the best CODs of all time to this day still. There's just games that I would rather play over Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare, like, great multiplayer, great maps, great guns, great streaks. Campaign was kind of I didn't really like the campaign, I'm gonna be honest here, and Spec Ops was just not my jam, but I pretty much just played multiplayer in this game. And then when Black Ops 1 came out, I stopped playing Modern Warfare 2 completely, even though at that time there was a lot of people that still played Modern Warfare 2 and like World at War and COD 4 at like this time of Call of Duty. It wasn't just you played the current and most modern Call of Duty like how people play it now, where people will only play like Black Ops 4 when Black Ops 4 was the main Call of Duty and so on. I loved the game and I had fun. There's something about, I think it was just, I don't know. You'll see what I mean just because of this next ranking. And this is where I can build off of my idea without spoiling it. And I guess I'm spoiling it now because I'm throwing Modern Warfare 3 in S tier for the next game. And here's the reason why Modern Warfare 3 is ahead of Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2, S tier Call of Duty if Modern Warfare 3 isn't a thing. Now, for me personally, I love Modern Warfare 3 just because it's like it took Modern Warfare 2 and everything that Modern Warfare 2 had and did it better. It had a better Spec Ops and a better multiplayer. And once again, I'm not a huge fan of the Modern Warfare campaigns, but comparing everything, it's just every issue that there was in Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 fixed it, and on top of that, we got the Infected game mode, we got the Face-Off 2v2, 1v1, and 3v3 playlists for free, great DLC maps, survival was incredibly fun. It wasn't a zombies experience, but for Modern Warfare, it was a lot of fun, and the multiplayer was more balanced. I think it had better streaks, and the streaks were worth grinding towards more. I liked the Moab more than the Tactical Nuke, because I really really liked how you could double Moab and like keep building off of your streak after you get the Moab. Specialist, the point streak system, which was actually perfect, where it was like the kill streak system from Modern Warfare 2, but if you capped a flag or defused a bomb or planted a bomb, you got that counted as a kill. So it wasn't, it was like the perfect balance in between score streaks and kill streaks, and I just had so much fun with it. And it's my favorite Call of Duty of all time. Like, you guys will see when we do the ranking every single Call of Duty game tier list, Modern Warfare 3 will be my top of S tier. That's going to be a spoiler for that video, but it's my favorite COD of all time. I have the best memories playing it, and it was just extremely fun. The next game we got to rank is Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. I'm throwing this one into S tier as well, compared to every other Call of Duty Modern Warfare game. Now, I would actually, like, so the reason I'm putting this in S tier and COD 4 in A tier, it's the same thing with Modern Warfare 3 for me. Every issue I had with COD 4, Modern Warfare Remastered fixed, and on top of that, it had better graphics. And I know a lot of people didn't like the supply drops and stuff in the game to get new weapons, but I actually didn't mind it whatsoever, because you didn't have to spend money to get the DLC weapons. Like, me and Dorito Thief played this game so much, and it was great because you could actually grind the DLC weapons rather than just straight up pay for them, because even paying for them, you weren't guaranteed to get these weapons, which I absolutely loved, because it meant everyone could get the DLC weapons, and it wasn't just like random DLC weapons. We saw the Honey Badger, Intervention, UMP-45. It was all weapon, like the DLC weapons in this game were all weapons from Call of Duty history. I think the game just worked better on a modern engine with modern graphics and sounds, and it looked so good. And the Exclusion Zone camo grind was extremely fun, and it still carried over everything that was great from COD 4, and it introduced prop hunt, the slasher mode, which is basically like Michael Myers. Gun, I don't know if COD 4 had gun game, but this had gun game. And yeah, so everything that COD 4 did well, this improved upon. Even though they're technically the same game, I think the remaster does it way better. And that brings us to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered. Now, the reason I'm considering this different from Modern Warfare 2 is kind of similar for the MWR reason. Modern Warfare Remastered, like, so for those that don't know, Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer Remastered is built and is finished, but never got released. That's, we know because of the campaign. The Modern Warfare 2 campaign has assets for the multiplayer game, and pretty much every multiplayer map comes from a campaign mission, and all the assets for multiplayer are combined within the campaign, and you have all the weapons done. And if you guys have seen gameplay of it, you pretty much know, based off of how the campaign plays, that the multiplayer of Remastered for Modern Warfare 2 has to be done somewhere. However, it never got released, so that made a lot of people upset. But that's pretty much why I'm keeping it separate, and I'm gonna have to throw it D tier. And the reason I'm throwing it D tier is because, okay, hear me out. I don't like the Modern Warfare 2 campaign. I know a lot of people do, especially since it built off of COD 4, and a lot of people really enjoyed the COD 4 campaign. I didn't mention the COD 4 campaign for COD 4 MWR, but it's a fantastic campaign. I didn't like this campaign as much. I didn't like the story as much. It was cool with what happened with Shepard, and I like the characters. Yeah, it's just not super fun for me, and the only reason it's not F tier is because it does improve upon the graphics and quality of the original Modern Warfare 2 campaign, and it's very, like, it was still fun to play through. I just don't think it deserves anything better than a D tier. And that leaves us with the last Modern Warfare game, which is Modern Warfare 2019. Now, comparing this Modern Warfare to every other Modern Warfare in the franchise, I'm conflicted. I want to throw it halfway in between B and halfway in between C. I don't think it directly deserves to be in B tier because of issues that I have with the game, whether that's the loud footsteps or the unbalance and the lack of playlists and content, because anytime there is anything interesting, it's only there for a limited time in an LTM mode. They don't have a lot of I actually don't know if they have any party games in the game whatsoever. I know that they had Prop Hunt at one point, and they had, like, they have Infected, and that's pretty much it. There's not a lot of game variety within Modern Warfare multiplayer. I've said this a million times before, but the only thing that's good in Modern Warfare is gunfight, search and destroy, and the shoot the ship playlist, and ground war. Everything else, like the 6v6 experience, everything else sucks because the way that the maps and the game pacing plays. But I don't think it's bad enough to end up in C, so I'm honestly just gonna leave it in. It's like in between B and C. If you held a gun to my head and told, like, you forced me to pick one of these two tiers to throw Modern Warfare in, I'm going to throw it in C tier. But the redeeming qualities of gun game, the great engine, the sound design is great minus the footsteps. Like, don't get me wrong, the sound engine is perfect minus the footstep issue. Gun game, or I guess, sorry, not gun game, gunfight, ground war, shoot the ship, and search and destroy. Those are the only redeeming qualities. So if you had to hold me at gunpoint, I'd throw it in C. It's just a slightly below average Modern Warfare for me. And Modern Warfare is a great franchise. It's my favorite franchise title within Call of Duty. I love the Modern Warfare games. You can tell just by how the first Modern Warfare's, like the first three, you can just see how much I like those, because even compared to other Modern Warfares, I still think they're top tier games. Modern Warfare 2019 just falls a little bit short for me. Anyway, that's gonna be my tier list. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What would you guys put your tier lists as? I hope you guys do enjoy mine, and next week we'll do the full Call of Duty tier list, including every single COD of all time since COD 4, just because I didn't play the first three. And then, yeah. Anyway, leave a like if you guys did enjoy, dislike if you didn't. There's no hard feelings. Subscribe for more videos in the future. I'm about to head out, and if there is one, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.